Hi, Kiwi. All right, we are back. I am running the Aspect of Chaos on the shield. We're going to take the Zeus keepsake. Now, this one is has the potential to be extremely strong, but it starts slow, and that means I may not make it out of Tartarus. So this may be an episode where I just title it, "This video ends when I beat 32 heat." We'll see. But I think this is the Pact of Punishment setup I'm going to take, and we'll see how that goes.
What could go wrong?
Now, hopefully we do get...
One thing the mortals have on us is that they quickly become men. This is the Fury Megara. She shall accelerate the process in your case.
Did he introduce us to Meg just to try and make us have...
We've put each other through a lot, haven't we, Meg?
I don't want to think about it.
By the way, nephew, I hear tell your mother Nyx is quite the catch. If you'll forgive my saying so, of course. Your father's never had much of a sensibility around companionship, though perhaps this concubine of his brought something out in him at last.
Oh my goodness, this is like the horniest start to a Hades run I've ever had. Okay, we got a special. It's not a high-level special, but it'll do the job. So the way the Aspect of Chaos works is you charge up your attack to do what's called the Bull Rush. That is the move where you kind of charge forward with an AoE and kind of do damage in a line. And then afterwards, when you throw your shield for your special, it throws 5 shields instead of just the 1. It's extremely strong with Dionysus because it stacks the poison, or the hangover, I guess is what it's called, much faster. But with Zeus Aspect, it's kind of the same idea. Every shield has a chance to pop a lightning bolt. But the lightning bolts only do 30 damage each on top of the 15 damage of the shield bounce. So it really isn't that much damage starting off, or at least it doesn't feel that way. It's great for AoE, it's great for like a bunch of enemies standing next to each other, because they all bounce off of each other into like each shield can bounce into another enemy at least once. So that makes it really strong, and there is a hammer that synergizes with this well, which makes it bounce up to 2 to 4, I forget, more times. We'll take the HP here. But the way Zeus works in this game is ultimately, for him to really pop off, you need a lot of his boons. He has boons that make you have a chance of dropping multiple lightning bolts, of dropping additional lightning bolts, increasing the range on those lightning bolts, and his and Jolted, which makes enemies take damage anytime they try to attack after being hit by a lightning bolt type of damage. So we need a lot of Zeus to make this build come online, and that's why I was saying before, I was saying in the previous episode, it can be a matter of I can't make it out of Tartarus. If I'm unlucky with the RNG and Zeus just refuses to show up, then all bets are off whether this run has any modicum of chance for success. We will see, though. It also would help if I could aim my shield correctly. The other thing is, if you position correctly, some of the shields that like bypass enemies and end up behind them because it's just a spread pattern, you can end up standing behind them and more reliably and then when the shields return to you with their kind of boomerang effect, they can return to you and you can get multiple hits with one throw. Alright, it's over here. So these special enemies that have like the ability to like spawn clones are quite annoying. Just because they're a little hard to track.
Lord Zeus has gotten to you first, I see. My father's gifts are generous indeed, though I think I can help in my own way.
So I'm planning to go Artemis in this build just because she... we can get Lightning Rod, which will work really well with the build we're aiming for. It probably doesn't hurt to go for Slicing... No, actually it will, because I want to have... Alright, never mind. So let's see. Your attack or special deals more damage, or attack and special deal more damage, period. 10% flat damage increase, or... I mean, that's like 1.5 damage when I put it on paper, so I think we'll just... None of these are what I want. Honestly, Ares as a whole is not what I wanted. So I guess we'll just take the flat damage up. I don't know. None of it seems ideal. Hopefully we see more Zeus. That's really all it boils down to. We need as much Zeus in our life as we can. These guys are not in a good spot for me. See, like, with the previous run, I was one-shotting enemies pretty reliably with Rama, and here I'm, like, not even close to it. Like, even the lowest HP enemies are not getting one-shot, which is a bad a bad look this early into the run. We need some pomegranates. Well, but more than anything, we need more Zeus. The only way this build has a chance of really doing its job is with more Zeus spoons, which so far does not look the most promising. Hopefully he'll show, like, if he shows up in a shop, this is an instance where I would say it's very worth buying him. Yeah, so this is the difference between taking Dionysus and taking Zeus on the shield here, is with Dionysus, all you need is his special, and you've won. Or, well, you haven't won, but you've got your full build if you get the Dionysus, or if you get Dionysus' special, because then you just focus on stacking up as much damage as possible with the poison, or the hangover rather. And with Zeus, you unfortunately you need so many things to make it pop off. You could probably go Poseidon Dash, because I believe Poseidon Dash would work really well with Zeus boons. I believe. I really haven't done a lot with Poseidon in this whole playthrough, so I remember their duo having some really strong synergies with certain boons. But like, look at that. That was such a slow.
Broken to bits.
That was really slow. After slaying a foe, I guess we'll take Ares' Aid, because at least it gives us some temporary survivability. Alright, the Nectar will be good, because maybe we get a, we stand a chance of getting... Oh dear, I'm taking more damage than I would like here. There are a lot of things. I completely lost my train of thought. Oh, right, cool, we did get it on Thunder Flourish. And there is a hammer. That's pretty... That has the potential to really help the run. We'll see what it gives us, though.
Here again.
Bull Rush charges faster. Your dash and special is... This may be really good, but I think Bull Rush charging faster means that I can use my special quicker. Not that it takes very long to charge. I don't synergize well with Charge Shot because I'm so not used to playing with it that I don't mentally account for it very well. So during your dash, now the question is this during the animation of the dash or if I launch the special while dashing? I think I'll just take this dashing flight. Not amazing.
My shield grows stronger.
It doesn't hurt to have though. So I have to take this trial because it has a Zeus in it. If it had any other god, I'd be like, whatever. But Zeus is too good, too necessary. Okay. So we didn't really get the ones that we're looking for, but I can at least take the AoE up on the lightning.
I'll not abide such disregard of our past companionship, my kin. In war, one must take sides, and you had best choose mine.
I genuinely wonder if it would have been better to have re-rolled there and tried to get either Jolted or Double Strike. But...
well, that's that.
It's too late to think about it now, I suppose. And hopefully the increased AoE means that it'll kill more enemies that are stacked up on top of each other. Used Ares' call there pretty effectively, actually. The biggest weakness of this build is that it's very hard to hit enemies that are stacked up on top of each other like that. So that's why I'm hopeful that the AoE actually might help us a bit. But then I also have Ares' call that helps me just kind of melt some enemies really quickly if they're all standing on top of each other like that.
When blood is spilled and death is dealt, I simply cannot remain discontented for too long.
Alright. They're really forcing me into Ares though, and I'm not into any of this. Like, Ares duo with Zeus is really not that good for what I'm running here either, because it just makes your vengeance abilities proc randomly. I guess that could be decent if I'm like trying to kite things out. So maybe I'll have to take one of these because I'm not going to re-roll here. I'd rather save it for Zeus and try to re-roll into his legendary. So let's see, your cat. I don't want the cast again. If we can get Artemis, that would be great. Not Artemis cast specifically, but it'll be harder to... I don't know, man. I'm just going to take the cast, I guess. I can still make Lightning Rod work with this. It's just not as easy to control. Yeah, we'll do it. Hope for hunting blades. You know what? I should have taken the shop and looked for a Zeus, but it's fine. We'll take the HP here. It's also fine. Alright, well, we've got 2 minutes to beat Tis, so I think we're actually pretty good. At the very least, we are making it out of Tartarus, unless I really flub this boss fight, which is equally possible. I have learned very rapidly that never count on my confidence until the fight is won. But you can see this build is not great for single target damage just yet. It's very hard to get all the shields to hit her. One thing that makes it a little bit more reliable is if I bounce the shield off of a wall, they tend to like reflect into her a little bit more, but not always. Oh, I'm aiming for Electo there. Oops. I'm gonna do this just because I did not feel like I was gonna be able to hit her reliably while she was doing her little spinny move. Yeah. I'm just gonna hold this and safe spot her a little bit. Okay, second phase. I don't even know where she is. It is hard to keep track of where everyone is in this whole arena. You know, I guess if I got... Maybe I could... It's a long shot, but maybe I could go Hunting Blades. Hunting Blades Lightning Rod would be pretty funny. The odds of that getting pulled off are very low, but it would be pretty funny if we could manage it.
Blood.
Alright. Well, we made it through Tartarus.
At least the Fury sisters are on better terms.
Okay.
Alright, we'll take Adamant Arrowhead to force an Artemis, and then hope for as much Zeus as possible, and if I'm given the choice between Artemis and Zeus, I pick Zeus.
Any boons worth giving up?
Actually, I don't think I have Underworld Custom, so I don't actually have to sell the boons like I was on the... No, I do,
I
okay.
have to use the purging pool back there.
Never mind. What do I know? I think I'll just give up this Urge to Kill.
There goes that one. Going up.
It's only 10% damage, and it's increasing a base damage of 15, which literally means I'm like dealing at most maybe 17 damage if they round up. It's really not that amazing. Like yeah, it'll benefit my attack a little bit more, but I'm not building around my attack. I'm building around my special, unless it does affect the special boon as well. But I don't think it does because Zeus's boon, the way it works is like a lot of the boons in this game give a % increase to the base damage.
More burn flingers.
But Zeus's is a flat 30 damage, or at least I think right now it's 50 damage from all the pomegranate levels we've gotten on it. But that means it is not... It doesn't scale the same way those other boons do. Or, well, I guess ultimately the question is, do I gain any... Let's see, they're doing 56 a pop. I don't think that is scaling with anything else. Maybe it is. Also, I apologize if you hear any background noise. I am in the basement, which means people are above me just stomping around right now. My dad wakes up at 4 as well. I wonder if his alarm actually woke me up, because it was really quiet, but it sounded like the alarm I used in school, which just like triggers PTSD immediately, I guess.
The gods.
Only 6 more damage, so yeah, no, it's not scaling with anything, but I don't think I have anything that I would scale with right now anyway. We're not going to take this because that's a risk, so we'll go for Artemis here. We wanna take what boons we can get, because I will have to sell boons too, so even if she doesn't offer me something good, it may save me from having to give up something that I wouldn't want to part with otherwise.
Feast for Aegis.
Definitely reset my HP at the end of this fight. So again, I'm using Stubborn Defiance, which is the Death Defiance that lets you heal once per room.
One good thing about all of the blood you've lost is it was even easier to track you down this time.
It's funny when they have like specific comments they have when you are low on HP. So, yeah, we'll take the crit on the attack. That's fine. It's exclusively because we're hunting for her duo boons. And then I could take the shop or a mini boss. So we definitely take the shop here, but let's heal up first. Okay. And what does that bring me to? That brings me to 47 HP. Another Artemis. So this does give us a chance of getting a duo, so I'll take it.
I'll take it.
None of these are amazing, so we'll just take Hunter's Mark here. Increased crit chances, welcome. And now we have a chance of getting Hunting Blades because Ares is showing up. This is going to be funny if this goes from being a Zeus build to a Hunting Blades build. Like, that's not the way I wanted this to go at all, and I don't think it should be the way this goes, because I still think it's going to fall off compared to what I could do otherwise. But we'll see. Oof. This is not going to be an easy boss for me to deal with, though, because again, I need to focus single target against a bunch of enemies that are shielding it from my bounces. So I probably have to like depend on that a little bit. Make Ares' call. Because look at that, I'm not able to hit it reliably. It might honestly be a faster DPS to just attack it, which is not great. It's very not great, actually. We're getting it done, though. Probably going to take a death here. Yeah. I think the strategy here is just farm up God Gauge for Ares' call. There we go. Alright. I think we're good. One more hit. And there we go. Oh. Gotta be careful now. I'm taking a little bit too much damage. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that. That was, my dad was leaving, and the room I'm recording in is, like, right next to the garage. So his car's very loud engine, was, just revving pretty audibly.
Lord Ares.
No Hunting Blades yet. But we can take Engulfing Vortex to kind of start stacking up for it, because it really seems like this is going to be a Hunting Blades build now. Despite my best intentions. Ares and Artemis are overrunning the run.
Not now.
These giant statues are another kind of enemy that's a bit of a problem with this build, just because, again, they're only around for so long, and I can only do so much damage to them while they are around. But it's fine. Again, it's fine. I really do think this is going to be a Hunting Blades build, but watch, we're never going to get it offered. Our RNG does not seem to be favoring us right now, and I have to be very careful, because things are only going to get tankier as the run proceeds. And that means I'm going to have to deal with tight deadline and not being able to make it necessarily if I'm not careful. And I guess it's not even a matter of careful, it's just a matter of unlucky. Because I'm trying to kill things as fast as possible. Alright, there's Hermes and there's a Palm. So we'll take Hermes, but I'm going to go check out the shop. Not that I necessarily expect anything I want, but, you know, I've just been talking about trying to play it, trying to be fast. Alright, nothing here I want. Let's take the death here so that we can heal. Alright. I like that you can open a room while you're traveling to the next room, or while you're in your Death Defiance animation, so it guarantees that you're not going to be taking the damage from... One second. Needed my brain there for a moment. Ouch. That was more damage than I needed to take there. Ugh, unlucky. Alright. So I have lost at least... I had one run that was looking really good, and then I was like, I'm going to use Stubborn Defiance to heal here, and then forgot that I had already used Stubborn Defiance, so I just threw the run. Like, it was such... It was looking to be such a strong run, and I just threw it that way, which is really sad. That was on a stream recording that I don't know if it's going live or not, just because I think it was the one where when I was with Kaylee, with Kiwi, who was watching, and we were kind of talking about stuff that we didn't want on recording. It was mostly she needed something entertainment-wise for a little bit, and I offered, because I was really in the mood to grind out 32 fear, 30. I keep calling it fear because of Hades 2, but I wanted to grind out a little bit of 32 heat. All right, there we go.
Heard the news you broke your streak of victories of late, boss. Happens, right? You seem the sort to bounce right back, though.
Let me help you with that, is what he said. I definitely got a little bit bummed by that. Special is faster. I mean, if it travels faster, it'll get back to me faster and I can use it again. I think I'll take it. It probably would have been better to take the money up. Alright, we're gonna go for the shop here for the reason I was positing before, where if Zeus is offered, that will be more valuable to us than saving our gold for another floor. We were offered Artemis instead, but hunting blades is enticing.
Here's the fee.
Still nothing. Okay, support fire, I guess, man. Man, no luck. No luck at all on this run, Kiwi. RNG is being brutal to me.
All right, Lenny, let's have it out between us then.
Like, this is going to be a really rough learning fight because I just do not have I don't have a lot of good damage options against him. We'll make it work. Actually, I guess Hunting Blades does shred him a bit. But this honestly may be the sort of fight where I end up dying to Lerny. I'm going to try and not have that be the case, but I cannot guarantee that I will play well enough to, Whoa, hold on. Okay. At least we got the first phase down. Yeah, I don't have high hopes for this. I'm going to save as much as I can of my God Gauge for fighting the last phase, because I will really need it there to just kind of wipe out his heads. I'm going to try and get them all stacked up on top of each other and then hopefully kill them very quickly. And unfortunately, I did toss all of my cast gems out into the lava there, so I'm going to have to wait for them to naturally return. That's good. Alright, at least we have those. Of course he's going to dodge it. Yeah, I'm not getting good positioning. That's mostly my fault. I haven't quite learned the correct positioning. Alright, so what I need to do is I need to use my cast here, or my call here, to get as many heads. This is a good spot for me. I didn't have it. I thought it was fully charged. That's not good. Yep, there it is. Alright. I got super unlucky. This was such a short run, though, so what I'll do is I'll tack on another one to this, because this is... Or maybe I won't, honestly. I think I'm going to take a break from 32 heat. Honestly...
I'm up. Owie, looks like the Bone Hydra of Asphodel just stomped you that time, huh? I hear each of its heads has its own nasty tricks. That must be tough.
It was unpleasant, yes.
Forget something again.
It's one thing to stream where I don't have to focus on commentary, and then I can kind of, like, lock out the outside distractions in my house. But just hearing everyone stomp around, the dogs barking, my mom shouting, my dad driving off, this isn't the place to do 32 heat. I'll have to wait until I get home. And then I can just do some, like, casual ones on the side on the stream. So I know I've not had the best I've had 3 losses in a row attempting 32 heat, and I'm ending it without a victory. But I promise, before this series is over, I will have won every weapon at least once with 32 heat. That is my benchmark for when I can call Hades complete. I'm going to lament saying that when I have to play the sword.
Hey, Achilles. I heard from Lady Artemis out there. It seems you have a bit of a fan in her. She wanted me to tell you you're the best. She's not mistaken, by the way.
Aw, he's got a fan.
The goddess of the hunt herself said that? That's very flattering to hear. Good thing she doesn't know I'm all washed up by now. The memory is of my glory days.
Your glory days haven't ended, Achilles. You're still glorious. Look at that hair. It's majestic. This really is the thirstiest episode of Hades I've recorded. I am sorry, Kiwi. Anyway, yeah, I have managed wins on the rail, the bow, and the shield. It's the melee weapons that just get me. I'm just not. I wish I was playing better. I wish I could have something, but.
How am I doing as a mother? Tell me honestly. Nyx has had so much to share about raising you. Foods you hated or enjoyed, your natural abilities, your friendships. She knows everything. Sometimes I wonder how I can ever compete.
And like, I can only blame RNG so much, but that when you go a Zeus build with the aspect of chaos, you really do need a lot of Zeus to make it work, and I was getting none of it. I had such terrible god RNG.
Mother, I think you're doing great. And I'm sure you know it's not a competition between you and Nyx. I just get the benefit of having 2 great mothers rather than 1. Or 0.
Thank you, my son. I know I wasn't there for most of the hard part, but I'm here now. Though when I inevitably, inadvertently trample all over your feelings at some point, please tell me, all right?
Oh, she's worried about that. I mean, honestly, Zagreus, if anything, should be used to it by now because he has it happen to him all the time by his dad, right?
It's a deal.
Aw. Oh, we can gift her more.
Mother, I know there may not be many things you miss from living on Olympus, though I wondered if perhaps ambrosia may be one of them. And got you some because, well, here.
Why, this really is ambrosia. How did you even acquire this, Zagreus? It brings back memories for certain, and never the bad ones, which I think it must be why we prize this stuff so much.
It is, of course.
This is for me.
And it's my dearest hope that at some point long from now, when you're relaxing with a bottle of ambrosia, dare I say perhaps with Father, that these memories will be among the ones that spring to mind.
Sorry, I am just getting so distracted by the background noise I thought she was done talking, but she just said, this is for me. She was surprised that she's getting it from Zagreus.
Oh, my son. I shall certainly not need ambrosia to think back upon getting to know you with the greatest fondness. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, Mother.
All right. So we can start maxing out her affection. I'm going to be saving our nectar for characters, for other characters like gods that are harder to come by. The characters like Patroclus and Eurydice, who again are also harder to come by. And then probably some of the people in the House of Hades that, like Meg and Thanatos, because they're not always here and I want to progress their story a bit more than the others, I think. Like, I did say Achilles has very majestic hair. That doesn't necessarily mean I want to learn about it. I guess, I don't know.
The Hound of Hell rests peacefully upon his favored spot.
But yeah. I might also just need to take a short break from Hades. I think I'm burning out on it a little bit.
Don't bite my arm off. Deal?
Like, I think part of that was because I was setting myself as I need to beat 32 fear or 32 heat before I like try something different. But I think that plus just the setting I'm in.
So help me, boy, I cannot fathom why you would have bought back the authority to enter the administrative chamber once again.
I knew you thought I'd never do it under any circumstances, Father. That seemed reason enough. Though fear not, I've no plans to reapply for a position there.
No, I'm just going to go in there, steal things, and completely change up the dynamic of several characters in this game.
That does alleviate a deeply rooted fear of mine, in fact. The scene you caused in your brief time there yet remains a widely talked about event among the shades who toil for me still.
I'll be sure to say hello.
Yeah, why don't we stop by and say hello after we talk to everyone out here?
Hey, Orpheus. You know I've just been messing with you with those Dionysus tales and all that. Just trying to liven things up for us, mate.
Oh, Zagreus, there isn't need for such humility. Not when one's deeds of heroism are as great and numerous as yours. It is an honor to have heard such deeds firsthand.
I was kidding. Seriously.
Child?
Zagreus, you're going to have to deal with the repercussions of what you have done.
Nix, you don't suppose Charon would hold it against me if we had a little fight? To the death, I mean.
None of Charon's brothers ever dared fight with him whilst growing up. Why would you fathom such a ruinous idea, child?
It kind of already happened. And I can confirm he's rather strong. Something I can do to make it up to him.
Probably not, for it is unnecessary. Likely he appreciates having an adversary in his own way. Few would so much as dare.
A friendly rivalry it is, then.
Them gods do love them fights.
Thanatos does it again.
Look at that hair. Alright, I didn't catch any fish. Yeah, I guess this was a relatively short run, and I know it's a relatively short episode, but I do think, like, I need to take a step back from 32 Heat and go back to more casual play. And, again, the setting I'm playing in, it may just need to wait until I get home. I'm honestly thinking about just starting to play Pokemon a little bit on the channel, just because I need something that's familiar, casual, safe, doesn't have a lot of emotional upkeep. I'm tired, Kiwi. I think that should go without saying, considering I'm playing at like 5 in the morning after a previous episode that was recorded at 4 in the morning.
Enough with the small talk, boyo. Hit me. Go on.
So, with all that said, I think next time we'll take the spear. We're gonna go a much more casual run Why don't we unlock the aspect of
Rescued the
Hades and
aspect of my father.
take
What was that?
take it for a spin, as it is, let's see, your spin attack becomes Punishing Sweep. A huge spin attack that makes that foes take more attack and special damage for 10 seconds, causing them to take a 30% increased damage. Interesting. Ooh, that's a big AoE, okay. So basically we want chunky singular hits. That would probably be fun with Athena. Or Poseidon, maybe. You know what? We need to build up Poseidon. Because there's a build I want to run on Poseidon with Poseidon eventually. So if we can get his conch leveled up, that'll be fun. So we'll go Poseidon on the attack and see where that takes us. All bets are off, because, I mean, it takes forever to charge that up. And the less it's charged, the smaller it is. But I think that'll be our plan for today, Kiwi, or for next time. Although, I am going to take maybe a small break before I record again. I need to figure out what it is I want to do. And I think most of all, I already know what the answer to that is. 3 days. I'll be home in 3 days. I'll see you in 3 days. And I'll likely feel a lot better. Because I miss you. I miss you so desperately. It'll be good to see you again soon. And then I'll have 1 more week of work, and then I'll be back much more regularly. No more of these long stipends away from home. I've learned my lesson. This is not how I want to do work. This is not how I want to live my life. I don't mind like a day or 2 away, but 3 weeks, man. It's not worth it. Anyway, I love you, Kiwi. I'm gonna see you soon. And I'll see you in the next one.